Welcome back, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Dr. Bruno Marques is a registered landscape architect and educator. He completed his landscape architecture studies at the University of Lisbon and Berlin Technical University in Germany, followed by his PhD studies at the University of Otago. Bruno has practiced in Germany, Estonia, the United Kingdom, and here in Aotearoa, having an extensive portfolio of built projects. He is also currently the Associate Dean for the Faculty of Architecture and Design Innovation at Victoria University, Wellington, and the newly elected President of the International Federation of Landscape Architects, IFLA. Please welcome Bruno.
Kia ora koutou, ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. Ko arabede te monga, ko sadu te awa, no potukara aho, e noho ana aho ki te whanganui atara, ko Bruno toko ingoa, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Greetings everyone, and firstly apologies for my terrible voice, but I just got a cold in Nelson, and it's just going downhill from here. But before I start, I would like to thank NZILA and particularly Henry for the invitation and for the amazing organization around this event. It's a pleasure to be here today in beautiful Nelson and not so sunny as was promised. So this presentation will be brief, and it's to provide a bit of context of what IFLA is and what we do for the profession globally. So let me tell you, there is a lot of things going on at the moment. Some of them have been introduced by our keynote speakers already, and the level of recognition for the work we do as landscape architects was never so high as it is now. So while the world has changed a lot since its establishment, IFLA and landscape architects across the globe keep fighting the same battles. We are indeed the profession of the 21st century and well equipped to deal with the pressures that will define new ways of living and designing for future generations. As the only international non-governmental organization representing landscape architects in the world, it is through our joint efforts and events such as this conference that we keep expanding our knowledge and experience. As a global federation, our allies are international bodies like the United Nations, UNESCO, ICOMOS, UIA, FAO, IUCN, among many others, where our expertise is required around the table to strategize about the future of our planet. IFLA can assist in promoting the profession and expanding educational standards so we can train the future generation of landscape architects. We also facilitate professional development, standards, and recognition worldwide. Overall, IFLA plays a critical role in advancing the profession of landscape architecture and promoting the sustainable management of natural and built environments. So, IFLA is the body that represents 78 national member associations and more than 50,000 landscape architects worldwide. IFLA's mission is to promote the landscape architecture profession within a collaborative partnership of the allied built environment professions, demanding the highest standards of education, training, research, and professional practice. This year, IFLA is also celebrating its Diamond Jubilee of 75 years since its foundation by Sir Geoffrey Jellicoe. We are here because we love our profession, and it has been said that we stand on the shoulders of giants, and I can say that all the giants in the landscape architecture profession in Aotearoa are here in this room. And for IFLA to succeed, we need all our members to contribute. The NZILA is one of our most valued partners, and we need everyone in this room to work alongside IFLA. There is a lot that IFLA can learn from the strong social and cultural approaches in landscape architecture here in Aotearoa and the work with our mana whenua. These are valuable lessons that many other countries out there want to engage with. As part of celebrating diversity, the newly approved International Labour Organization definition of landscape architecture is far-reaching and holistic, representing the different facets of our work. We have also rolled out our new Global Education Recognition and Accreditation Program and led primarily by a Kiwi, Mike Butterham. So we are here also to encourage universities around the world to join IFLA so we can actually bridge the gap between academia and practice. We've also been busy securing our global partnerships with UNESCO and ICOMOS and have strengthened our work with several UN agencies. As Koch introduced yesterday, at the last COP27 for climate change in Egypt, she and her team pursued the UN to establish a landscape architecture-led design framework for climate change and adaptation. Some months later, we also secured at the last COP15 for biodiversity in Canada, with the help of the IUCN, the development of a framework based on nature-based solutions that can be applied worldwide. And more recently, we have also signed an MOU with the International Society for Urban Health, a valuable partner of the World Health Organization, so we can promote the importance of landscape architecture in urban settings for health and well-being. So this is just a very brief summary of the key highlights that have kept us busy recently. The ongoing environmental and their widespread effects of climate change, amongst many others, are things that are reminded to us daily that nature-based solutions and landscape architecture are the way forward. For IFLA to be competitive in the world, we should focus on the key pillars that you are seeing: climate action and biodiversity, health, well-being and nature-based solutions, community participation, technology and evidence-based design, food security, and traditional knowledge and indigenous practices. Those are pretty much the key pillars of our action plan as an organization. And again, I think there's many things here that we do so well in New Zealand that could be seen as a reference to the world. We have been busy and will continue to be busy this year. IFLA will keep raising the profile of the profession internationally. We are now working on global professional standards and registration, allowing landscape architects to travel the world and enrich their knowledge with other ways of thinking and doing. We keep working alongside the many projects that global and intergovernmental organizations have to increase the visibility and advocacy of landscape architecture. What is important to be reminded here is that the success of IFLA depends on the success of all of our members, and together we can advocate and protect the values we believe that are important for landscape architects. As this is also a year of celebration, I would like to formally invite you to participate in the 75th anniversary of IFLA, our Diamond Jubilee year. The 75th anniversary program is packed with events that allow us to reflect on the past with a positive outlook, so we can better understand our present actions and grow, learn, and gain energy to embrace the future. Please keep an eye on our website for more details and join us at our first ever bilateral IFLA World Council and Congress in late September. It's very exciting because you can choose 2 different locations. You can either go to Stockholm in Sweden or Nairobi in Kenya, as the event will be packed with wonderful activities, and you will make sure that wherever you are, the event will be live streamed in both directions. Also, feel free to contact me with suggestions and feedback on how IFLA can improve its work, but also if you'd like to join any of our activities. As I mentioned earlier, together we are stronger and we can better advocate to protect our profession. There's many things going on. You can decide to join us through our Landscape Architects Without Borders and deal with disaster relief events, green infrastructure and nature-based solutions, professional standards and recognition. These are just some of our most active working groups. So, thank you very much, and I hope that this has helped to demystify a lot what IFLA does, and also for us to have a more united voice globally to raise the profile of the profession.